Is it recording right now? Yeah, I think it did. Oh wait, let me just... Ah! Yeah, there you go. What else I wanted to say was, if you look on YouTube, like found footage in the back rooms and stuff, having this old nostalgic recording aesthetic to it, which is really cool, and that's just why I really wanted to take this camera with me. And I'm just thinking that this is going to be so much more aesthetic, so much more original than just typical phone recordings,
So this is the JVC GR-DVL 357E camcorder model. Let me tell you some of the specs of this camera. This thing shoots at a resolution of 720 by 576, giving it a almost square aspect ratio and pixelated look. It can zoom pretty far, says 300 times right next to the lens, but I believe most of that is digital. It has a tiny CCD sensor producing its iconic colors and noise. And it shoots on mini DV cassette tapes, which to my surprise are not like the analog VHS or Hi8 tapes. These are fully digital, and therefore you can re-record on them many times until the cassette gets worn out. I'm interrupting the video real quick. I just learned you can also re-record on analog tapes. I didn't know this. I still find these camcorders still a bit confusing. It also means you can transfer the footage cleanly to your computer, but you need some old gen cables and hardware for that. I'll talk about that later. Audio works with 12 bits or 16-bit stereo, and you can look through either the flip-out LCD screen or the black and white viewfinder to see what you're filming or your already recorded footage. And lastly, this camera is approximately 23 years old, which is crazy considering its amazing condition.
To tell you guys in this video how I got this camera. I got this little job at the hardware store, and so far I've only been tasked once to get rid of old devices at a spot in our shop where people can dump their old equipment. I need to learn storytelling, I guess, because I fucking suck at this. And when I was tasked to do so, I was just grabbing a bunch of bags with old equipment to bring them outside behind the shop to throw them away in the bin. And that's when I found this little camera. It was only the camera. There was no battery. There was no cables. It was purely the camera itself. So I had no idea if it was working, and I did know that old camcorders they just tend to die on their own just by pure age. So even though it was looking fine on the outside, I knew that the odds were pretty bad. And so when I was at home, I was just doing a bunch of research, like what is this camera, what does it need. And I've just been buying a bunch of equipment like firewire cables, DV tapes, like battery also. And right now I have just this huge battery which kind of looks out of place when attached to the camera. But hey, it does have a very long battery life, which is great, because generally these things they have like a battery life of like 30 minutes. Hold on, I should check out what else I wanted to say.
So yeah, basically this is a really rare find and I'm very happy with it. But let's now talk about the items I needed to purchase to revive this camera. This is the battery. Nothing fancy. I couldn't find anywhere how long the battery should last for. It's not on the packaging, it's not on the website, it's not on the battery itself. But since it's twice the size of regular battery, I'm guessing around an hour and a half. But I'm still gonna have to test that in reality to confirm. So this is the charger. I could have bought a charger meant for the battery specifically, but this one is more practical because it attaches to the camera itself, and through the camera you can charge the battery, and this is more cost efficient because I would have needed this part anyway, probably. And that's because when you're gonna digitize your footage, you just play the camera while it's connected to the computer, and then you capture that in real time. So these are the mini DV tapes. They're like 15 bucks. They have a tape duration of 60 minutes and they are digital, weirdly enough. Or at least from my Gen Z perspective, that seems weird. And this is the Firewire cable. It's the cable designed for DV data transfer. That way you will maintain its pure quality and get the recordings onto your computer. It's not the only option though. There's also the analog way by using AV cables or RCA cables. It's named something like that. But there you can lose quality. It's less crisp, it's just less sharp. Not that camcorders are known for their sharpness, by the way, but still. There's also another way. It's through the S cable, through the S port, but that's only for video, not for audio. So then you would have to combine it with the analog way somehow. There is also a USB port, by the way, or mini USB, but it pretty much doesn't support anything other than transferring still images. I also believe it's low resolution, but I haven't been able to test it out yet because for that you need an SD card in the camera, and I don't have this camera for photos, so I haven't tested it yet, and I don't think I'm going to anytime soon. But yeah. So since nobody really uses Firewire cables anymore these days, laptops and computers and whatever they don't really have those ports anymore, and therefore I had to buy this card which I can attach to my computer, and through that I'm able to transfer the data. And after setting the camera up for the first time, I found out there was still a DV tape in there, and on that there was a bunch of recordings of puppies, or actually a singular puppy, but still, it's really cool that there were puppy videos on it. It's super cute, it's super wholesome. I'm gonna show you right now.
Was mit das denn jetzt? Willst du denn ausschimpfen? Willst du denn jetzt ausschimpfen? Der lacht doch die ganze Zeit.
Yeah, so that's super cute. There's actually a lot more, but this isn't a puppy video dedicated. This isn't a puppy dedicated video. That's it. This isn't a puppy dedicated video. So let's move to the next thing. So what's the purpose of this camcorder? On this channel I mainly make game dev videos, but honestly anything creative could end up here. And on other social media platforms I want to start posting gym content, physique progress, little clips, also game dev of course, just whatever really. And this camera allows me to do that with a unique look you just don't get with a smartphone.